Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today, I will be giving you the best ability for every single character in Marvel Rivals. This is not including their ultimate abilities or any team-up abilities. This is just their base abilities, so your attack, your passive abilities, your E, your Q, whatever, like the special abilities that each character has. And then maybe something that is unique to that character will add into that as well. But no ultimates and no bonus combo like team-up abilities. I'll be giving you every character alphabetical order, what I think their best ability is, and if you enjoy this video, I might just rank everybody's ultimate from worst to best. But other than that, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's not waste your time. Let's have this camera focus, and let's get right on into it.
I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go. It could go either way.
Adam Warlock's best ability is his cocoon ability, not just for himself, but for his teammates. And what his cocoon ability does is that when he dies, he will be able to kind of have an 11-second period where he can respawn at any point. You can do it in midair, you can take your time to get into a safe location, or if you don't think the time is right, you can just completely die off. But his cocoon ability completely shifts the way that a support can be in your lobby. I almost went with the soul bond ability, that's also very good, but I think his cocoon is so unique that I gotta give that to him. Black Panther's best ability is his spitting kick. It's a dash that you can go from a far distance to close. It does a ton of damage, which might do more than you think, and also because Black Panther is such a melee heavy character, besides his spears, the mobility that this allows you to do, where you can double jump and then use this ability either in mid-air or on the ground, allows you to get up close and personal and do multiple melee attacks after that. It's a great ability, and it does a lot of damage, not just to one guy, but to people around the area, and is very good for signaling in only on supports. I would say for Black Widow, her best ability is her sniper that she can change her gun into. If you do headshots with that shit, it is lethal, okay? I almost went with her like grappling hook ability, but I feel like her sniper just does so much damage that you're able to be at a distance and use it, especially because she doesn't have that much health. It can be very useful and very, very good for you. So that's why I went with the sniper. For Hulk, I went with just his regular jump and pounce, okay? His ability to smash on the ground as he jumps and is able to have a farther jump than if he originally needs to. It's such a great ability. He is so strong with it. And I think that his ability to also catch people in midair while he does it and force them to the ground wherever he wants them to be is just something that you also have to take into consideration, and that's why it's such a fire ability. For Captain America, I went with his dash hitting ability, that his shield. I almost went just his ability to sprint, because I think that's a great ability, but his dash ability, no matter the character, is fucking great, because it doesn't just get you closer, but it backs them up and allows you to get more hits in after. He's a very similar character to someone like Black Panther, where all his damage is going to be straight up, besides his one range ability, which is him throwing his shield, but his dash ability, where he can move in, is fucking great when it comes to taking people off points and singling out supports. For Cloak and Dagger, I'm gonna go with that nice massive bubble, the sort of healing bubble that it creates, not the wall, but the big bubble for Cloak's ability. And the reason I went with that is because I think that maybe her best ability is just her base healing, but at least this one will heal multiple people at once at a very gradual time. And that's very helpful in a big cluster. You can really put that on a point, helping multiple people, and it's much better than just that healing wall. So I think that that ability, that bubble, is a great one. This might be the easiest choice in the whole video. Doctor Strange's best ability is his portal. It is the biggest game changer in the entire game. That is the greatest ability, in my opinion, in the entire game, possibly. I mean, I can't do it off the top of my head, but there's nothing that can really change a game like this. Your team's fucked, this is your perfect flank. You want to get on a point behind them, this is your perfect opportunity. You want to shoot them from the air where they can't shoot back, this is the perfect opportunity. Doctor Strange portal ability is fantastic, and this character overall is just fantastic. There's a reason this ability is so good. There's a reason it only can be used every 3 minutes, because it's that overpowered. You literally can use it like once around, twice max. Groot's best ability, okay, is the walls. You know, both type of walls, whether it is the healing one or the attacking one, they're both great. They both do a very good job, and those are really nice. But if I'm being honest with you, I think his best ability, not just the walls, is just his base attack. He does so much damage, and the walls are very helpful, but if he's up close with the amount of health he has, 800 health, which is ridiculous, by the way, the amount of damage he can do is phenomenal. So funny enough, although Groot is a great character with the walls he creates, I think his best ability is just his base attack because it's that powerful. Here's another one. Hawkeye's best ability is just his base attack as well. His base attack, not the arrows with the boom, like the explosion area based ones, but if you headshot with the regular arrow, it's a one shot for healers. That's how fucking good it is. One shot headshot with his arrows. He's just like the character in Hanzo in Overwatch. His bow is phenomenal. If you get it all the way cocked back and shot, his fully cocked back shot of his bow and arrow is the best base attack, and I think it does the most damage of any base attack in the game. Hela's best base ability is her spear attack, her spikes that she does. Those are very good, especially if you combine them with the void attack that she has, where she can pull people together and then use those spikes. The reason it's so good is because you can get so much damage off it, not just to one person, but to multiple people as well. And while she's in the air, you can shoot down and do it, right? She has a great ability with her bird ability where she can kind of fly away. But if you could use it for longer, I would say it's better. But because you only can use it for like a couple of seconds, this ability is the best. Human Torch's best ability is his Pyro Prison, which is basically like creating a line of fire that you can put in any spot. So if you want to make like a big triangle and then use its ability again, you can have a triangle of fire, especially putting that around a point, an escort, a zone that is very important, very integral to a match, and then it stays there for a long time. The lingering damage that'll do, not just while you're in it, but after it as well, is why an ability like that is so fucking good. Invisible Woman's best ability is her shields that she can do for her teammates, not just in front of them, but in front of herself. I mean, the fact that she can put it in front of any teammate at any point, you know, mitigating things like ultimates, ranged attacks, it's so phenomenal. It has 300 HP. It actually eats up a big chunk of it. It's a fantastic ability. That and just her base healing are phenomenal. Iron Fist's best ability is the Dragon Defense, his boosted up punches that he just does way more damage with and can stack them on top of each other. It's his best ability. It is the best ability maybe of any melee character in the game because it just does so much fucking damage to multiple people and he can knock out 2 supports in 10 seconds. I mean, it's fucking crazy. It's so good, and the fact that he's got the movement with it, and it'll kind of blast you towards it, dash you towards the enemy as well, just makes it so fucking good. So Iron Man's very difficult because I want to consider flying an ability. Like, just his ability to fly is so crazy, and it's so different from every character besides obviously Human Torch now, but I want to put that as its best ability. But if you don't count that, I'm going to put his Unibeam, his other secondary attack that he could do at a close range. I know you're stuck, you know, while using it, but if you're in the right position, it can annihilate tanks like nothing else in the game. That's why it's so fire. Because if you're high up at a high distance, and it's maybe you combo this with like a Doctor Strange portal and shoot tanks from the back line, that's when ability like this comes in phenomenally. But if you want to count flying as an ability, then I think that flying is his best ability. If you want to be an asshole, you can run Jeff. All he has is his ultimate, but I guess he's got his spray ability, his healing as well. That's probably his best ability. This Bubbles ability for his healing is fine, it's whatever, but if we're gonna be honest, his best ability is his spray one for healing. He's got some good abilities. He can go underground, he can climb the walls doing that, but I would say his best is that spray healing. Loki's another really easy one. His best ability is his cloning. His cloning ability, it's basically where everything else comes in. It's phenomenal. Even if I counted his ult, because his ult is everyone else, his cloning ability, I mean, just his ability to have multiple Lokis heal or do damage, it's definitely his best one. That's the whole idea of his character is his cloning. So yeah, the clones of him is definitely his best ability, no doubt. Little Snow, you could argue, has the best ultimate of any character in the entire game. Like, it's a very short list, but what her best ability is, in my opinion, is just her base shooting. Whether it's healing or headshot damage, Luna Snow's base shooting really is what makes her a fucking phenomenal healer. She's got some good abilities with her movement, her skating. She's got some good abilities, you know, with ice and helping with your team passive and aggressive damages. But just her base shooting is just so fucking good. I can't even argue anything else. Her base shooting for damage and headshots and for healing is her best ability. For Magic's best ability, I would say that it's her portal ability, where she can then use 2 abilities after that, because it has unique variety that not many other of the characters do. And the second thing about it is it allows you to not be damaged for a little bit, and it gets you out of tough situations, and it allows you to go on the attack even when you're being defended. You can easily get past people and close the distance with a melee character like her. She's got some really good abilities, and her swords abilities, her dashes are nice. but that bounce like portal ability that allows her to go into 2 different magic abilities is really what is her best. Magneto's a difficult one because I really want to use his magic cannon, his like charged up big one, but I decided to go with his shield because it's not just so helpful for him, but for teammates and his ability to absorb that damage. I think his shield, because it's used in such a way where you could pop it out at any time, is so phenomenal. It's like Doctor Strange's shield. I would put Doctor Strange's shield as his best ability, but like that portal ability is just so fucking good. Magneto's got a similar shield, except for it's not a big circle. It's a nice long rectangle, and it helps a lot of different people. And I think that's his best ability. I think without that shield, he'd be really easy to kill. And I think that's definitely his best. So the shield's gonna be his best ability, but it's not by a big margin. God, Mantis is such a hard one to do. She's my most played character. She's my favorite character in the game. She's difficult to choose. I want to go between 2. Like the first one is just her base attack because of the amount of headshot damage it does, and it does a lot of damage to enemies. But I'm gonna go with her orbs healing because she's the only character that I know of that can gradually heal 4 people at the same time. The ability to heal a bunch of people and even boost their damage as well. I know that's 2 different, but I'm gonna go with the healing. Is so fucking good because it gives them an initial boost of healing and then a gradual healing even after they're being damaged, which is much different than a lot of the other gradual healings. Like stop after you're damaged, but it's not the same way with her. She is so good that gradual healing is different. It's unlike any other character in the game, and that's why I gotta put her so fucking high. For Mr. Fantastic, I'm gonna go with his extended grip ability where he can grab onto people and pull them to himself or pull them to each other, because then it allows you to do damage to multiple people as well, get them off their balance, and give your teammates and save them as well. I almost went with just his base attack or his shield ability, which are both very good, but that gripping ability can move enemies around so much, and it's so helpful because imagine you pair that with something like an ultimate, an Iron Man maximum pulse, a Winter Soldier smash down ultimate, an Iron Fist right in the middle between them, or a Wolverine. It's very popular. It's very, very good. That's got to be his best ability, that gripping ability where he can pull people together. Moon Knight's best ability is no question. It's the anchor ability, the E ability, the idea that you can shoot just that little anchor and anybody in that circle can get hit all at the same time. It's so good. It's the reason Moon Knight's so good because you don't have to be the best aim to get your shit done. And the fact that it can go to multiple people at once with your damage, it forces the team to pay attention to it, to what you're putting down, your little anchor hooks, and it gets your attention away from you and your teammates. And that's another reason why it's so good. It's definitely his best ability, one of the best abilities of any DPS character in the entire game, and it's a reason it's going to be so high. For Namor, I'm going to go with just his base Trident ability. I almost went with his little octopus as he put down, but I just don't know Namor that well. I don't think he's that great of a character. He's got a really good ultimate with the massive whale that splashes down. I think he's got a really, really cool cosmetic and idea, and he's great in Black Panther 2 as in the movie. But in the game, I just don't see him that crazy. I don't think he's that great of a character. And his Trident ability is really good because it does some great damage, and he can do it from a big distance. And so I guess I'm gonna just go with that. But this is really one of those ones where I could definitely be wrong, and I would understand your frustration. But as I use him, I just don't see too much ability in his other ones. But if I'd go with this, or I'd go with the octopus ability, maybe. Okay, Penny Parker's a difficult one because I've used her multiple. She's my second most used character in the game, my most used tank for sure, her and Doctor Strange. So I don't know exactly which one to say here. I could go with 2. I could go with just her ability to stun people, her shoot and stun them and hold them together, or I can go with her spider nest, which is where a lot of her base ability comes from. Also a lot of where her ultimate comes from, but I'm gonna go with her stun. And the reason I'm gonna go with her stun is because it completely mitigates other damages and can completely stop ultimates. You can have a Scarlet Witch in the middle of an ultimate and you stun them and they are now fucked. Like, that's how good it is. And you can use it like every 2 to 3 seconds, and that's very helpful. The spider nest is very easy to kill, is a problem. And some of the mines are great as well. She's got great gadgets in the game. That's why she's so good. Shooting from such a distance, such a great defensive tank. But, oh man, this one's difficult. I'm gonna go with her stun. But it's barely, dude. It's fucking close, dude. It's close. For Cyclops, this one was difficult, but I'm gonna go with her stealth ability. Her ability to kind of disappear and move around for 3 seconds to be much faster. I think that's a great ability to get yourself out of trouble. A character like her, she's actually very difficult to use in my opinion. She's the one that I'm not too familiar with, and she's a very good character, but she is very difficult to use. You have to be a great character to use her efficiently. So if you're gonna go really be in the thick of things, like she will be a lot, and really be up close using her sword And then her also other ability where you can attack multiple people at once. You need an escape move, and I think that disappearing stealth ability is a great escape route. Rocket's best ability is his healing spheres that he puts out. You know, half of the rockets I play with don't fucking heal. And then the other half only heal. I don't get it. I don't know why. They either only use the turret or only use the healing. But I'll give him credit where credit is due. The healing ability is very good for tanks and everyone pushing a singular area, all of them getting healed at once. So his best ability, I'm gonna go with that. I almost went with climbing his walls, but I think his best ability is the healing spheres. For Scarlet Witch, I think her best ability is her Mystic Protection, which is her ability to kind of turn into an orb and float around and get away from people and fly in the air and do so. It's a really good ability. It's very, very nice. She's great at it. But if you're a really good team, you can track it. I just don't think Scarlet's a very good character. I think she's one of the worst in the game. She has a great ult, but she's telling the entire world when she uses it, and it's kind of easy to get away from it. And she can't shoot from a very far distance, even at her lower health. So she's got some good abilities, but her disappearing ability is definitely her best because she can use it twice to get it out of sticky situations. Spider-Man's best ability is just his ability to swing around, his movement. That's really where he shines, his ability to kind of swing and go everywhere. He's got some great Spider-Man shootouts and he can stun people and it's awesome, but just his movement is what makes him so difficult to use and so difficult to go against, and that's what makes him so fucking good, and that's why he's incredible. For Squirrel Girl, I'm just gonna go with her base attack, the Burst Acorn. It's very, very good. She does a great job at it. It can do a lot of damage, and I think it's better than her massive Acorn that she could put out. She shoots at a very, very fast rate for a character that's using a fucking boom. Like it's I don't know why a slingshot, I don't know, but it's a great ability. It does a massive amount of damage to multiple people and can kill a healer with with a DPS or healer with 2 to 3 shots, and that's very powerful. Star-Lord's best ability is definitely the blaster barrage, like the ability to shoot multiple people at once at multiple directions. That's definitely his best ability. You can, if he's pushing and does that, it attacks multiple people around him. It's actually really, really good. He's very similar to Tracer, and I think it fits him very well. That's his best ability. So for Storm, I'm gonna go with her weather ability because it is very reliable and it's very dependable and it varies. You can either do a movement boost or you can do a damage boost. Now I see most people always do the damage boost, but her ability to damage boost people in that circle is great. And like I said, all these abilities that help other teammates is always so good when it comes to point-based matches that a lot of this game has on edge score and on to capture the areas, and that's why she's so good. It allows you to get those people in that area and do tons and tons of damage, and that's why I think it's really, really good, especially because she can fly. I think the Punisher is an easy one. I think definitely his best ability is the turret. I actually almost went with the shotgun because the shotgun at close damage or close range is so fucking good, especially against tanks and really knocking their asses out, but the turret just does so much damage at such a far rate and is so hard to get rid of because of the extra health he has. You gotta really get behind him, and he can still turn around from 360. So his turret's very good. I gotta put that as his best ability. The thing is actually hard. He's got a lot of great abilities. He has the ability to dash to his teammates. He's got his base attack. He's got his smash ability, but I'm gonna go with his best being that hold down right mouse, big, massive punch that he can hold back and punch it at far distance actually for a melee character. I just think that doing that and then comboing it with the regular 1-2 punch that he does is such a lethal combo, and his big punch can affect multiple people unlike some of his other attacks. That's what's very good. So I'm gonna say that's his best ability. His E ability though, where he can jump to his teammates, it's so good and it's so fucking close. It's so close, but I'm gonna barely edge out his big attack punch ability. Thor's best ability, I'm gonna go with the Storm Surge, his ability to go around and then move into people. It can stun people, it can push them back. You can get into the action quickly, and then he can do his melee damage on top of that with his thunder. His ability to do it multiple times as well, fly the hammer and then fly in, I think it's really good. I think it's his best ability for sure. Venom was a difficult one. You have his just base attack ability, but I'm gonna go with his great shield that he gets, which does so much fucking health to you and so much armor. It's actually ridiculous. You pop that shield and you're all good. You have to be like 3-shot headshotted by a fucking Hawkeye to not get that down. I've seen so many times where I got Venom dead to rights and he pops that stupid ass shield and I'm like, oh my God. So Venom is a really good character. He's got that shield. It's for a reason. That's definitely his best ability. Winter Soldier's a difficult one because I think he's got a lot of great abilities and I think he's most known for his ultimate. But his best base ability is his bionic hook. You can grab people, pull them in, and then double punch them in the air, which is like, moves them off of the point and also gets them all out of whack. And you can stun them by doing that, allowing your other characters to get damage in as well. Get them in the middle of the air, get them vulnerable. It's a great ability. I really like Winter Soldier. He's got a great shooting ability with his pistol and then a great punching ability, but his ability to bring people in and double punch them up, his bionic hook, it's the best. Wolverine's ability, in my opinion, his best one's pretty easy. It's the Pharaoh Leap. His ability to launch people into the air, hold onto them, and then like smash them fucking 6 times and pin them against the wall. Okay, I'm done. To pin them against the wall and do all that crazy shit, get them in the middle of the air. It's really good. It makes him fucking incredible. And Wolverine is a character that you can never forget because of it. But that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys so much watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I got more videos and content coming for you guys very, very soon. Let me know what you guys think of this video, and I'll be soon ranking every single character ult. We'll see from worst to best. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. Have a great day, my brothers in Christ.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.